Okay, here we are, Mummy, with some of the tunnel toads. If you fall over, you're on film. There's lots of mud. I normally do the slide, like, so you can feel if you get hit a broken bottle or something.
Yeah, so my name is Hippy. I'm from Melbourne. Got into draining probably about 1.5 to 2 years ago, at least properly anyway. I did drains a little bit as a kid, but I've sort of been around the urbex scene really since sort of my early teens. I've always loved checking out abandoned places and rooftops and that sort of thing.
What got you into exploring?
It was absolutely, I think I used to be like a parkour kid. So I did that a lot, and I got into rooftops from a pretty young age. Used to climb cranes and stuff, and that sort of led into abandoned buildings. And my hometown had a pretty big bluestone drain that I used to just walk through as a kid, just kind of with my mates and stuff. And that led to sort of checking out more drains, finding the the Victoria map and stuff, and kind of all went from there and met the Turds earlier this year and sort of been with them since.
I've got a video that I'll try and edit in here of me doing a bit of parkour thing. But you won't be saying that when you see it. You know what, Stephen? I'm beginning to think we're not actually that hardcore.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do, Michael. Hang on, what about extreme hardcore parkour?
I love it!
Yeah, let's do it!
What is your... Have you got an exploring highlight?
Oh, exploring highlight. I think...
69?
Nah. Oh, the eels, man. Nah, I think my favourite was the abandoned ABC studio. I did that about a year ago, and that was real cool to check out, I think. Had all the power still works and everything, checking out the studios where they used to film and stuff, and just really interesting stuff to see.
I was one of the last people to use that studio when I did something with ABC Arts, and when they were doing stuff they were making things, camera sliding things, whatever, I don't even know what you call them, and they just let me go for a walk around. So I had that same feeling, it wasn't abandoned when I did it, but it was no one was there. It was everyone they'd already moved to the new one. Even when I went into the studios, all the TVs were on, and there's a couple of photos. I got a couple of photos of me using one of their cameras, and so I might chuck some of them up. I've got to feel every shape change. This is the first drain we ever did, cave plan. Really? Yeah.
I thought Northcote was the first one.
This is the first one we did as the cave plan.
Yeah.
Northcote Tech was the first, but never did it with sloth. That's bizarre. So the grand final's on now. Someone was here. Grand final 23. Bizarre. This must be the drain you do when you don't want to go to the grand final.
You're in the photo of me taking a photo. Go pretend to lick one of them.
No.
I will.
It'll break and fall on your head.
Don't touch it. Alright.
Have you ever had a serious near miss with police or injuries?
Yeah, absolutely. I've broken the same wrist 3 times in the same spot. It's also the only bone I've ever broken.
Crazy.
And that's a lot from like parkour and all this climbing and stuff, because I just love that. And then I've had a few run-ins with police, mostly like roof-topping and stuff. But yeah, like when I did ABC last year, when sort of like me and a close mate did that, and we ran into obviously some pretty new kids to Urbex, and we reckon they sort of set off one of the alarms or something, because they were pretty loud when they were running around there.
Okay.
And so security came in, maybe police, they shouted police, we never sort of saw them. And we were in the studio at the time, so we ran sort of up all the stairs and the ladders and stuff, and we hid in the rafters for probably about an hour, and then ended up, they'd boarded it up the entrance that we had used to enter, so we then ended up climbing out through one of the windows, up on the roof, and then back down. That was pretty crazy. That was cool.
Cool. If you're an Urbex superhero, what would your superpower be?
Oh.
Probably a super wrist, so you don't keep breaking your wrist.
That'd be good. Or like, I don't like creepy crawlies, so I wouldn't mind just zapping them away, or having the ability to send police away or something.
Have you ever been on an explore that made you think, I'm quitting, this sucks?
Oh no, never. It's gotten wet, hurt myself, done like a lot of like less than ideal stuff, but that's all just part of it, I think. And if you head into it knowing that sooner or later you're gonna get hurt or run into something you don't like, you'll just sort of set your expectations, right?
Yep. Cool. Good answer. Tell us something about yourself that most people don't know.
I don't talk as much about it in the Urbex community, but I'm pretty into cars. I like modifying and going on cool drives, so that's kind of fun. Another outlet out of exploring and stuff.
Yeah. You're going to love this next question. What unusual critters have you run into whilst exploring?
I had an eel brush up against my leg. In 69er. That freaked me out. I don't love my creepy crawlies. They're just a bit of an ick, I think.
Do you tell your family non-exploring friends about your hobby?
Yeah, I'm a little bit cagey about it with certain people. I try to keep it out of my workplace and stuff for legal reasons and keeping my job and stuff, but I'm fairly open with my family and my friends. I don't really sort of care what they think. I just, I like to share what I do with the people around me and hope that they do the same.
Yeah. Cool. What's the most overrated location that you've explored?
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. I think it has got to be Anzac. It's a great way to like get into draining and to check it out. And some cool events are hosted there, but when you go there just checking it out, there is not that much going on. There's some cool like murals and cool graffiti if you're sort of into that, but if you're not into that and you're more into like the architecture and that sort of stuff, there's nothing super interesting going on.
Yeah. There are some like bluestone sections up further and some odds and ends, but the Anzac never did well in the best drain, but the Chamber used to always do well in best feature at the Clannies. It won best feature like so many times. Who do you think would make a good DrainTalk guest?
Echo, absolutely.
Yeah, I keep hearing Echo, but maybe, I don't know, I have to try and maybe I have to start a GoFundMe to get some money to... But what are your principles around location sharing?
Gatekeeping is a necessary evil, and I don't love it because it keeps people away from a hobby that I think lots of people would enjoy otherwise. But you do have to be careful with it because you don't want to just go posting locations publicly, because inevitably you get kids that don't know any better usually end up going and wrecking the spot, which sucks. So I try to be careful. I will let close friends and people that I know are trustworthy know about locations and stuff, and if I've met you I will likely be okay sort of sharing a location with you, but otherwise I sort of like I don't post them or anything.
Cool.
Now if this ain't one of the mankiest parts of the drain, I've manked them.
Do you have a tip for someone new to exploring?
get out and do it, and like do your best to contact people that you know are in the scene, because the scene can be quite gatekeepy at times. But if you sort of reach out to people, and even you just hop on Google Maps, or you start with that that drain map that's on Google and just start going out and checking out places, you'll slowly sort of start to weave your way into the community. You'll meet people and you'll find ways of finding new spots.
Is there anything else you'd like to add before we finish up?
Go in drains, go explore. Don't sort of worry too much, just go enjoy it. It's not that deep.
Alright. Thanks to Hippy of the Tunnel Toads for his time and his answers. Cheers.
Thank you.
The cock and balls.
Yeah, you don't think anything like that. Why? Good. What's that? It's not bad.
Sorry?
Put Doggo's name there.
Yeah, I'm putting Doggo there.
Dog, formerly Doggo.
So I think it was Pablo, one of the guinea pigs guys, tried climbing up that thing at the end and fell. And it's such a scary thing when you hear the sound of a body slamming into the ground. But he was all right, but we sort of, lucky he didn't flip and land on his head. So yeah, Mummy Tunnel was the first drain done by the Cave Clan. As was it you that said you thought it was Northcote Tech was the first drain I did, but as the Cave Clan, Mummy was the first drain. Hence why this one's called Mummy and all the better Mummy tunnels aren't. We had this really cool expo here once where maybe drink driving was involved, so naughty, and maybe 12 people got into the back of my VB Commodore, and we got here about 3 in the morning and we hopped in a manhole up this round pipe, and then the minute we got in we started playing, I think it was Devo and Kiss was the one side of the cassette was Devo and the other side was Kiss. And we just went through the whole tunnel with Devo blaring out of, which would have been blaring out into the streets. That's all I remember about Mummy Tunnel. Other than before we did it, everyone told us not to go in it because it was toxic, and everyone was probably like 2 people, because when we first went in here, there was like no one. But people used to say, oh, that toxic drain across from the golf course.
Why did they say it's toxic?
That was just people saying, that tunnel across from the golf course.
That's like when they say, oh, you explore sewers.
Yeah. And there was no, like I said, there was literally no drain exploring. It was just like, oh shit, it's like, well, Bad Air, the next drain we're doing, is called Bad Air, not because there's bad air in it, it's because it was the first place we saw a drain subject to sudden flooding and bad air. And we believed it, because we'd never seen this sign. Alright, so...
Where's this manhole?
Okay, let's go. We're going to try and get out of manhole. Actually, we're going to see how good these tunnel turds, what do you call?
Tunnel toads.
Tunnel toads, yeah. See how good these toads are.
Oh, tunnel toes. Tunnel toes? Oh, that's right.
Tunnel toads. Can we get the Tunnel Toads theme song, please? All together. 1, 2, 3. Tunnel Toads. Da 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 da. We're tunnelly and we're toady. The doody. The tunnel toads.
Yeah.
With the little green dog on there.
Okay, it's not working. They're pretty shit. They're a bit of a letdown, actually. They haven't even got a proper anthem. I'm only going to do it if I can embarrass you by filming.
Sure. It can be anywhere, any size, as long as it's not like running into other people.
Okay, so we'll just have to write Duggo, yeah?
Yep.
When did they come in? Yes. Oh, fuck off.
Fantastic. Awesome.
There you go. Don't vote for Donald Trump. Is that what influencers are supposed to say?
Doigo.
Yeah. Do you go? It's actually do you go? Do you go in drains?
Do you go on? Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, now, but you're not allowed to know that.
Alright, one time.
People aren't, that's a secret. So I just made it up now.
What was that?
I saw an eel.
Was it you broke your back by accident, didn't you know?
Because you have to log my Hippy the field.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite chunky. I was picturing one of those little rectangular ones.
Yeah.
We'll probably pass water on the way back to the cars. I don't mean we'll pass water. I mean...
Also, I think your torch is still on.
Hope it comes out in the...
I have a picture of you where your face is obscured by your hat. I'm putting it on my story.
His face is
Your
obscured.
face?
No, but look at this guy's face.
Oh. Where'd that come from? What the fuck?
He's a Ninja Turtle.
Dude, where'd you find that? Where the fuck did that come from?
Hang on, can someone just grab my glasses, please?
He's blind, he can't see what he's doing. Teenage Mutant Ninja. I don't know what music I'm going to put over that footage.
I wonder.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hello.
You don't say hello, you got to say cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
This has to be one of my favourite exits we've done. I like favourite for you. I had to open that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 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 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.